Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Huh? Nope. Nope.
Mamma mia!
Hey guys, Cords 2026, Gamer Ahmer and I here from the Game Masters. We want to give a huge shout out to
Stone Age Gamer.
Stone Age Gamer. Thank you so much for sponsoring us and the event, even though Randy didn't beat anybody and we had to give away a lot of prizes thanks to Stone Age Gamer.
Sometimes you just have to let people win so that they can get the prizes.
Oh, here we go.
At least that's what I'm just going to tell everyone. You know, I can't be that bad. Third time's a charm. It didn't even help me, but people were happy that they won because they got amazing prizes.
StoneAgeGamer.com for all kinds of great consoles. They do a lot of the shells, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple of the shells.
Yeah, just amazing things that they have. Tons of video games, tons of extras, and stuff that you need for your game collection.
So make sure you check them out today.
All right. It is not Wednesday night. It's Thursday night. And yes, this is my new co-host. We fired Brandy, right? Yeah. How does that make you feel, Brandy?
Why did she smile about it? Why was she so happy?
She's saying hi, Brandy.
Hi.
You see her? She's waving to you. Well, I have my helper here because, well, she's going to go to bed here in a second. But let us know if it's running in Brandy's YouTube. We're not sure. She was having some issues, so hopefully we get that going. But Sophia's here to show what's on your shirt. Can you show what's on your shirt? What's on your shirt? It says Cleveland Gaming Classic. Yeah, when you were a baby, we got you that shirt. So, we're going to be going there, huh? Do you like that? Oh, the water park. They don't have water parks there. But we're going to go there. We're going to have fun. You're going to get to play on the games like you always do. The Dance Dance. Yep, you like that game? Okay. You got to talk into here because they can't hear you. Hello. All right, guys. We're going to let her go. We're here, Brandy. Is everything working on your end?
I'm not sure. On my phone, it just says people are waiting. Okay, people are saying I am here. But can you guys see the actual video stream?
Because Brandy's
okay,
breaking
not for
thing.
me. No video. Everyone's saying no video for me.
Did you turn it on?
Yeah, I hit
because it
live.
says it's live here for us.
Now it's saying going live and it's loading.
All right. Because I was gonna say this is kind of on. This is kind of on your side because I can't do anything. Because on my side, it says that it's live.
Yeah,
they said the chat is. They said the chat is live.
Huh. I don't know. Because there's no option to stop it or anything. It just says going live with the spindle.
All right, we'll give it a second. Ask people if they've gotten it going. But there's people in the chat room.
For 5 minutes. Or more than 5 minutes.
Brandy's hitting buttons again.
I don't know how to stop it or what.
If you refresh the page, is it yeah, Steve's asking. Steve says it's live. Cool. Yeah, it's live. We're just not sure about on Brandy's. On Brandy's end.
I'm hitting go live. Let's see. Let's hope it works this time.
I don't know why that's doing.
Okay, it says I'm live.
Hey!
Yay, am I here, guys?
Oh, there we go. Wait a second. This is off. Look at this. We're just having awful. We're having awful issues here. There we go. There we go. We're live.
Yay!
See, you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. The internet knows that we're talking about the cost of video games going up and down, and the internet knows that it's not the right night for the Game Masters. Wednesday night is our night. Wednesday night is the Game Masters, and it says, wait a second, Brandy, you're not going live tonight. Tonight is not your night.
And what if I accidentally scheduled it for a Wednesday and it knew? Like, who knows? Who knows what I did?
Oh,
so the truth. Here.
Wait a second. It
could have been me.
You're the one who always says to me that I'm too old, that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pressing things I shouldn't. My chat, folks. My video was up when the time went, wasn't it? Tell her, you guys were all there. You were seeing video. It was all working.
I'm fashionably late over here.
No, you just wanted to make an entrance. That's the reality. That's why we had the audition with the little one. And she said she was replacing you. You heard her.
I know. The worst part of that too is you literally said we got rid of Brandy, and she went. Like she giggled, like she knew, like she understood
had no idea
exactly what you were saying. That's the worst part of it. Okay.
Yeah, she's on team Daddy. She's not on Team Brandy, unfortunately. So
that's okay.
But no, it's good to see you. We're here. We're live. We got a good discussion. We had a lot of people send in some video this week again, which is a good thing. we've got some pickups. Well, you have some pickups. I can't believe some of the pickups you got, actually.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
I
you
don't
got
know
away
what's
with it.
going on. I got more in the mail today too, but you guys have to wait to see that stuff.
I have stuff coming in the mail too. I haven't gotten it. And believe it or not, I have an upcoming video that I'm going to do. Hopefully, I'm going to start recording it tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
No. I have to. It's a have
when
to.
I see it. Mm-hmm.
I have, with November 12th coming very soon. I think we're under 100 days. I think that's what Ness said on his last live stream. We're under 100 days for the Neo Geo AES Plus coming out.
Okay.
And I got to thinking. I'm just going to give you guys a teaser. I got to thinking. I ordered an AES Plus. And I thought, that's cool and all. But I've always wanted an original Neo Geo AES system.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to leave you with that teaser. So you're going to have to watch the next video to find out what is going on.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what you bought, and I wonder what's going to happen.
I don't know, but you're going to have to wait and see because the video's coming. But before we get into anything, because I want to show some folks asked last night, they're like, why didn't you guys do the show? I want to do something because I'm really proud of my daughter. I have a little video clip that we're going to play here in a little bit. She plays lead snare in the band. The band's got over like 100 kids in it. Okay. And the drum coach told her last night that there wasn't one senior in the last 10 years that have played the solo in the beginning of this as good as she did it.
Wow.
So I have this little clip. It's a 45-second clip. We're going to play it here in just a few seconds. So I hope you guys are okay with that. It's not gaming related, but I'm proud. It's a proud dad moment, okay? Let me have the proud dad moment. But Brandy, go ahead and give a shout out to everybody in your chat.
Yes, appreciate everyone coming on in. We were having a party before the video arrived.
That's right.
So we have Reading Rambo. We have MSU Rich. We have The Best in the World, RKO, Daryl. We have David B69, Tangela Tube. We have, who else do we have in here? Some people coming on in, it looks like. Ted Adam Green, Tim Keller, and yes, everyone is going back and forth, already talking about pizza.
Awesome. Over in my chat room, we got Steve, Mr. Right Way over there. We've got, I always say his name wrong because I know his real name, but it's Mellow Shy we've got over there. Thank you as well. We've got a video from him coming up later. We've got Tim Keller over here. We've got Daryl Best, the best in the world, is over here. We got Tech Wiz hanging out over here as well. Tim Keller, he's jumping between chats. We said hi to you, but you know what? We're going to say hi again just because we're that cool and you're that cool. So we're going to do that. So without further ado, I'm going to play this little clip again. I apologize, Brandy. You shouldn't get demonetized, but hopefully YouTube doesn't have a fit. So we're going to take you to that clip right quick. All right, so yeah, there. Proud dad moment. That's why we didn't have the show last night. I was there. It's my daughter's senior year, and she killed it on that solo. And I'm a drummer myself, so chip off the old block. But it's certain things she's a lot better than I am. So very, very proud. She's the vice president of the band as well, and she's at her first job tonight. Believe it or not, she got a job at a ice cream shop, so she might even be tuning in from there. But
that sounds like a good time. That'll be so much fun.
So she's out there making, and but yeah, we were there last night. That's why we didn't have the show, guys. I just wanted to show that not that we had to prove that to you
That's
guys. But I
very
thought it would
cool.
be fun to kind of show that
Yeah.
a little bit
that is
into the
pretty
personal
cool.
life, right?
Do you even remember your high school days?
I was, to be fair, I was homeschooled from 4th grade all the way out till I graduated. So I lived through my girlfriend at the time. I went to like prom and stuff with her.
Mhm.
I want to forget those days, man. Like they're just bad memories of bad stuff. You know, like everybody does stupid stuff and gets into trouble. You know.
No, I don't know.
No, so I
don't
know.
I don't know.
You know how I am now. I was just like 100 times worse when I was younger. So.
It's okay.
Reading Rambo goes, boo, family stuff. Yeah, no, I know.
We're here for the games now, guys.
That's right. That's right. So we're gonna get into that here in a second. And my little one, she was showing, hey, that's the next convention that you and I are gonna be at together. I know you're going to Rally Retro Games. That's coming up Labor Day weekend. Is that correct?
Yes, it's it's right before Cleveland.
So
right.
You're going to be going there, and then so there's 2 conventions this year that we'll be at. So if you want to see the Game Masters live together,
yeah,
you have to come out to either Cleveland or Pittsburgh. Those are the only 2. Unfortunately, with my work schedule this year, those were the only 2 that we could make it work for both of us. I was invited to the Rally Game and Geek. I just couldn't get off of work. I'm just being transparent. Just wasn't going to work. But I was invited. Chase was really, he reached out and was like, hey, I want you guys there. Unfortunately, I can't go. So
but there's always next time.
There's always next time, and there's always next year.
Something on the books, maybe. So we'll definitely be seeing you at Raleigh Retro Gamers Game and Geek Expo at some point. But you guys can definitely see me there. And either way, we'll have tons of footage coming up. We're gonna have some, advertisement and stuff for some of these conventions. We're gonna have tons of clips together. You guys get to see. That does explain it, right? I'm kidding.
You're not supposed to read that.
I'm sorry, that threw me off. No, but you guys will get to see, a ton of stuff coming up. We cannot wait. We have some big things planned, and if you guys are going to be at Cleveland or even Pittsburgh, let us know.
Yeah.
Because we want to see you guys over at the Game Masters booth.
And I was we were supposed to go to GDEX, which was in Columbus area, but again with work I couldn't make that happen. But there is something that we'll tell you guys as we get closer that Brandy and I are going to be doing together.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it yet.
Okay?
I got to get more details because I'm going to end up saying the wrong thing, so I just got to keep quiet on that.
Mm-hmm.
But
we're going to cut you off.
We wanted to talk about the rise and fall of video games because I was talking with Brandy this week because Brandy, you brought up it, and I don't want to give away the game that you've been playing, but this was also a game that you picked up, right?
Yes.
Okay. This game that she's going to show you later on, that we're going to show you later on that she's been playing. I remember when I first started collecting for the complete North American collection of the NES, that game was probably about $85 to $90. Now you're lucky it's about $250. I don't know what you paid for it, but I know it goes for about $250.
I got less than $200, but I looked up price charting. I looked up eBay sold, and that's the only reason why I bought it is because it was way less than that.
Right, they're selling them on eBay for about $230 to $250. Some crazy people are selling it for $280. Like I wouldn't pay $280 for it, but
yeah, if it was even $200, I wouldn't even have got it. Like this was a really great deal. It was immaculate. Like. You guys will see, but we'll get more into some of these specific games and some of these prices. Like, this is wild. Wild.
Yeah, and the question I want to bring up with this, to kind of kick us off with this, Brandy, is it that more and more people are getting into the collector space that these prices are going up? Some people have been saying, well, it's because of Sony's announcement that the prices are going up. Some people say it's FOMO, that existing collectors are just deciding because either they're boycotting Sony and now they're going after the cartridge-based systems. Like I've even said, I'm going to buy cartridge-based games from now on, here on out. I started with the ColecoVision.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think it's just the signs of the time? Every price on everything's going up. Your electric's going up. Your gas is going up. Gas at the pump is going up. Do you think this is just, the way the economy is going, and is this pricing collectors and future collectors, or even people that want to play these games, out of the hobby?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different factors when you look at this. Like, obviously, the prices of things will go up. But when you have this interest, you have this demand, you have something that people deem as an investment, whether they should or shouldn't. You have people that grade things, whether they should or shouldn't. You know, we go down all these different paths, but we're not talking about that. But when you associate something like a hobby where you can make some sort of money, of course, everyone wants to jump in. And when you have a pandemic and things shoot up in price, and then you have different factors of things that are happening, which we'll get into, all of these things play a role in it. And I think some collectors that maybe like go a little wild and they have full rooms and things like that, I think it is kind of dwindling that down for new people joining in. But obviously there's always going to be, you know, cheaper games. There's always fun things out there that you can play. There's different ways to play, whether in emulation and things. If you're joining in from like nothing and you want to get some of these high ticket games, it really does put a damper on it, and it is frustrating to get into.
Yeah, I mean, like the one game that you had that you're going to show later that you're playing right now is a game that I have on my list, and I've been putting it off, but just something like I've been looking at Bonk's Adventure for the NES. That was down near like $600.
Yep.
At Stone Age Gamer, we saw it, and it was just not even 6 months. And I was like, okay, that's reasonable. Like, not that there's going to be people that are like, I ain't paying $600 for a game, but you're also maybe not a hardcore collector, and that's fine. Now, that same game is going, I've seen it anywhere from $1,100 to $1,400. And I think that's just ridiculous for that. Like, I mean, I'll admit, like, I don't think I'm ever going to pay over $1,000 for a Nintendo game with having a family. Like, I would be okay, and I would state it like, I'll buy a replica. I just can't, with the prices going up that much, almost double the price. What do you do?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm seeing it now, like, so I was going over my list, guys, of my Super Nintendo games that I needed, you know, for this set. I'm going to say need because I am going for the set, and they're games that I absolutely want, and I'm on this mission. I'm on this journey. I've been on it for several years now, and I was going through, and I was like, oh, let me just get a couple of the cheaper games, like the $10 titles on eBay, and let me just get a bunch, because I have like 110 left, maybe right under 110, so I wanted to order like 10 games or so on eBay, so that way I could do a road to 100 of completing the North American Super Nintendo set. So I went on the list, and I'm looking at some of these sports titles, and I'm looking at some of these like Mickey's Fun and Games, or no, Mario's Fun and Games for the Super Nintendo. And I was like, oh, that's a $10 game. I remember seeing it at conventions for $10. It's like $30, $40. And then I looked at like 3 or 4 more games, and I was like, when did that get to be $60? Like, so many of these titles just shot up in price over however many months of this going on. And I think it really does make sense, because when I go to conventions, I'm seeing less and less Super Nintendo games in pristine condition. And I'm seeing so many games and like game tables, but I'm not seeing a lot of Super Nintendo titles. And I've been talking to a lot of game store owners, and they're just not getting in certain cartridge games. Like, even these, I remember Toxic Crusaders, like $40 a few years ago.
I was just going to say, last year at Cleveland.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Cleveland. It 2 years ago. 2 years ago at Korg's. You remember? That was, Steve Wright was there. We had Square Pegs was there. We had a bunch of people that were there. You remember? We had the podcast. It was with Tugboat and all. Okay. I got Toxic Crusaders there for $70 2 years ago. Now, I'm not saying everybody's going to pay $177 for it, but look at this with what you just mentioned. Look at the condition. People are selling more, and mine's minty. Like, if I showed you guys, If you go back and look at the video, mine is minty.
I know.
It's like
I took it. I took it from your.
Oh, that's right. You were trying to heist it when you were here. Mine was minty. And Brandy, I paid. Now the guy wanted 85, but I offered him 70, and he took it. Okay, but that was 2 years ago, and now we're looking at. I don't even see $80 with a bad label. Like here's a crispy one, and it's 150 or best offer.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous.
Even if you look at the solds. The solds are going to be around that too, and
yep.
Like also, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but remember when Nintendo 64 games shot up in price and they started to like barely come back down? They're all back up again. And you know why? These companies are coming out with different systems, the analog. Now people know how to play these games because they bought a new system. The Mod Retro came out with the Nintendo 64, system. People are wanting the original cartridges now, yep. And there is a spike. I don't know if you guys just realized this, but this just happened. And when the Star Fox game came out, that game shot up a little bit in price too. This stuff is happening. What if every single company starts remaking some of these old consoles? What if there are other companies out there that are going to bring back the Super Nintendo? They bring back a GameCube. They bring back a Genesis. They bring back whatever. These things are going up, and I know people are saying it's only PlayStation 3 games. Look it up, because when I was looking over my complete lists of games, and I started doing this whole deep dive, I saw Super Nintendo games that are up. I saw Nintendo 64 that are up. Of course, PlayStation 3, but even regular PlayStation games are going up now, too. It's crazy. This boom is happening.
I'm glad I got Castlevania Symphony of the Night when I did for the PS1. Mm-hmm. I got a really good deal on it, and it's not the greatest hits version either. For the PS1. So, this is why we came up with the topic, the rise and fall, because, a lot of people predicted, well, it's going to have a rise. It's going to keep going up. And then, Brandy, it's going to crash like it did in the early 80s, right? But I'm not so sure that that's what's going to happen.
No, because that was a different situation. It was 100%. Different times.
And, and you mentioned about, what if they bring out a new Super Nintendo or an N64 or Sega Saturn or Dreamcast like they're rumored to do? Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to happen for more people to go out and buy these games, because look at the Neo Geo AES. Mm-hmm. The AES Plus, we thought maybe the prices were going to go down on the original games. Like we thought, but if anything, they're holding their value. Yep. Some of them, in some cases, from what I understand from NES, that they're going up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But again, it's retro in general, so that's kind of to be expected, right? But people are just happy to get these version 2s, and dare I say, if the company PlayOn releases 10 games now and then they release 10 games next year, I have a feeling the prices on those first gen re-releases are going to go up. They're not going to be $90. I'm going to call it now. I think they're going to go up to about $150. I think you're going to see, because the cost of making physical is expensive.
And we all know what's going on with that. I mean, you look at it with everything, not just video games. You see it with movies. You see it with vinyl records. You see it with CDs. A lot of stuff is coming back, and things are getting expensive. These places that make this physical stuff are shutting down. They're like selling different plants and things like that. But it's like, what will this do? People, often think that these prices aren't going to go up, but I really think they're going to continue to. We're already seeing it now, and not just for PlayStation, like for Nintendo stuff, for literally everything. I've been talking to store owners. I've been seeing it with my own eyes, see it at conventions. Like, I really think this boom of physical is happening because a lot of people are unhappy with the way that digital and stuff is going, with the ownership and all that stuff. We could talk about that. We can make a billion videos on that stuff. But it's like, I really am seeing it. And the more and more that I'm talking to people, people are wanting to jump into physical, and they want to keep this. And today I just met with someone, and they were telling me about the golden era of the GameCube, and how they're going back through and they're collecting it all over again, because those were the last of the golden years, they said. And, they really want to go back through all that stuff. And we didn't want this to happen. We didn't want the boom of prices to go back up. we thought that they were coming down, but I really think that things are going to keep going up, and it's crazy. I don't like. I understand it, but I don't.
There you can see the Bonk's Adventure, and some of the labels on these aren't even that great. Now you'll say, yeah, but Steve, up here you said you saw some for $50.
Those are fake.
They're 100% fake. I wouldn't buy that for $50. You got it. It says new, but they're not new. I'm telling you right now. And I'd even be skeptical of these $900 and $849 ones. They could be fakes that they just jacked up the price on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying. First of all, I would never buy an expensive game like this without being able to open it up, and I would buy it at a reputable. I'd get it from like my buddy Daryl, who's in the chat room. Like if he's at a convention, I know he wouldn't stiff me. Mm-hmm. Or I'd get it from right, Brandy, like a convention seller. I would get, but never. I would never pay this much money to send away for. But look,
yeah.
Brandy, I mean, $12.99. Here's a remake. They did it in white. It's $50.
Yeah, I'd rather, if I got remakes, I'd rather have them like a clear distinction like that.
Yeah.
That way, no one ever got confused. And then it's something that I would obviously want to play.
But can you believe that though? Like it's that much more. I mean, look here. You got a graded one for $12.99. That's what it's costing loose. Forget
crazy.
The grade. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're collecting for the NES right now, or you want to collect for the NES right now, you're like me. You're crazy, because these games that you thought were like run of the mill games, like Brandy was saying, that you could get for $10, and I've got a bunch of them. They're now $30-$40 now that I got to pay for some of them, and I'm a little bit more than. I'm almost 3/4 of the way through the collection. I probably have a good 150 or 170 left to get. But Brandy, I've literally been buying Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 games and Sega Master System games through Video Games Monthly because they are so stinking expensive, and they're hard to find. And I mean, all the games are going up. I mean, we saw it with PlayStation. We saw it with PlayStation 3. Steve's mentioning in the chat room about PlayStation 3. Popular PS3 games have went back up. I mean, it's a rat race.
Oh yeah, I have. Obviously, we've seen that too with the PS3. But people are saying, look at the sold listings. Well, if you look back a couple months ago, that game was going for like $600-$700.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then $900, and then $900, and then a complete one over $2,500. So like. Yeah, they are listed for that, but it's going to keep tracking that way. If there's no $900 or less ones, people will spend that, because I've seen it with the Super Nintendo games that I'm looking for. I really thought they were still around the $10 range, and then when I looked and I saw some of the generic basic ones for like $60+, that was eBay sold when I was looking these games up, because I was going to buy them on eBay, and I decided to just wait and hope that I'm not making another mistake. And hopefully I could find them at a convention, but
yeah, let me go into show only sold items. Let's make it. Come on, sign back in. Sign in, please.
Because I even if you were to check like other games too.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up eBay sold.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, these things are. Here's ones people sold them $900. Whoops, come on.
Yeah, because if you go all the way back, then you'll see that some of them were way less than $900.
See, everybody's buying
$700.
Everybody's buying the fake ones. So back in July, 900. But even still, 6 months ago, maybe even less, it was like a $550 to $600. Yeah.
When we went there.
If you went to a convention, you could probably get it for about $500. Here, one sold for $1,323. And this is what messes things up.
Yeah.
Because when somebody sells it for that outrageous of a price, it's probably even a scam buyer that bought it, right? That this guy's going to have to fight with because he paid over for it. It gets in the algorithm, and other sellers say, wow, I have that game. I could then sell it for $1,300. That doesn't mean it's worth it.
Yes. It bumps it up in price charting. So then it skews it slightly.
It's
the mean average of it.
Yeah. So the question comes up, Brandy. Are the prices being super inflated artificially by sellers, because everybody wants to blame YouTubers, but I'm not. It's not YouTubers.
Yeah, just in a month, it's went up over $200+.
Do you think it's the people that are getting lucky, and they're selling a game at a ridiculous price? We'll say this $1,300 is a ridiculous. I think it's a ridiculous price. I wouldn't pay that for it, especially when I know what it was costing. This guy gets lucky and he sells it for $1,300.
Yeah.
So now everybody jumps on the bandwagon and says, "Well, I'm going to undercut him. I'm going to sell for $1,000." And another guy says, "Well, I want a little bit more than this guy with $1,000, but I want less than him, so somebody buys it. So I'm going to sell for $1,100." That's what's artificially inflating these games. Do you guys in the chat room agree with that, or think that that's logical? Again, this is just my guess. Brandy, what do you think that's what's going on?
We saw it happen with all the graded games. There's a lot of videos out there with a lot of proof, guys. It's a little comical on some of them. Yeah. Everyone was like, "Look at the population report. There's only one of these." Well, that's because companies weren't releasing and updating those population reports. So obviously, if there's only one population of a 10 out there, the price is going to be super high. But then the second that 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 10s out there jump out, of course it's going to like lower the value of that. But we saw that happen when you have companies that own these auction websites who are getting involved in these graded games. Of course, it's not really an independent person, so they all have money to make and they all have something to gain by bringing these prices up. I mean, we saw it all rise and fall with the graded games. Now, some of them that were selling for $1 million or hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're not worth quite that anymore. And now we're seeing it with regular games, retro games, cartridge games. People, if they're willing to pay that money, people are going to keep buying that stuff. And we're all to blame. The collectors, the resellers, the store, like everyone is a part of this. But at the same time, are they wrong? Because if I have something that's really only worth, like if I have this water bottle and if I were to buy it, it's less than $1 realistically in the package. It's like what, like equals out to like 30-40 cents or something like that.
Yeah, because you can get a whole for $7 for 32 of them, right?
Yeah, you get a whole case of them. This is only worth less than $1.
Yeah.
I sell it for $1. If someone's like, "Hey, I really need that water bottle, I'll give you $5 for it." I'm not going to turn that down and be like, "Oh no, it's just $1."
Right.
Because that's how this is. If you see something just because it's only worth a little bit, but someone's willing to spend more, you're going to take that money, and that's what gets us in this whole cycle.
Yep. And this is where I'll go back to, Brandy, what I said a couple weeks ago. A game is only worth as much as somebody's willing to pay for it. This game's worth this amount of money, and this game's worth that amount of money, so therefore I got to sell it for this to make money. And the reality is, if like Brandy's saying, if you're going to pay for it, it's supply and demand, right? It's where you are right there in the moment. Brandy, how many times do we go to you and I were talking beforehand because I was working on some stuff for the football team. Mm-hmm. You go to a football game and you'll pay $2 to $4 for that same bottle of water that cost you 40 cents. Well,
exactly.
You're going to buy it because you're thirsty.
Yep, and that's what happened.
And they got you.
About that.
They got you locked into an ecosystem. So, meaning you're locked into the football game or whatever, or you go to a convention, right? Some of you guys, what's that?
The food there at the convention.
Oh, I was going to say even the alcohol. I don't drink, but like I've watched some of my buddies that do drink, and it's like $8 for a can of beer.
That's nothing. It's like $16, $18 for one can of beer at a baseball game.
That's what I'm saying. And people pay for it.
They cost less than $1 if you buy a pack of them. And they're upcharging them so much because what do people do when they go to those games? They eat peanuts, they eat hot dogs, they eat the food, they are going to buy some drinks, whether it's alcohol beverages or even sodas.
Retro Rick!
And I was laughing at that earlier.
But no, I agree with you though, because this is it. People are going to pay for it. Now, you and we might sit there and be like, "Well, I'm not paying $16. even if I did drink, I'm not paying $16 for a drink, a beer. I won't even pay that for a soda. Listen, when a bottle of soda gets up to like 4, 5, 6, what did Scott end up paying for a soda? Was it $8 at Tor?
I think it was $8 or something like that.
And it wasn't but it was the Tor to the hallway where they were selling it. So I don't want people to think, well, like, oh, it's Tor. No. The convention center, $8 for a 16-ounce Pepsi. I looked this. I was like, Scott, are you insane?
But if you're really thirsty and you didn't pack anything and you can't bring outside stuff in, sometimes you get stuck paying for that stuff. I mean, like, you just look at gas prices. You need gas for your car. You can't boycott that. So you just gotta accept it and pay for it.
And if you want it bad enough, and you're at a convention, you're going to pay the higher price, and they know you're going to pay for it. That's the problem. They know you're coming to buy, so they're going to do whatever they can to sell it to you. And here's the thing: they've had that game since it was. We'll use Bonks for example, Brandy. They had that game when it was $500-$600. So now the price went up, and it's at $1,200, $1,300. We'll just say, I think anything over that's inflated. I think $1,200 is about right with the inflation. Okay, so now that same guy who bought that game, maybe he got it in a lot. He didn't even pay $200 for that game. Mm-hmm. So if you went in and offered him, he has $1,299 on it as a price tag, and you say, look, I'll give you $900 cash.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude's already $400 ahead. He's going to say, yeah, I'll take it.
Because how it is, too, like, we see it all the time, whether you go to conventions and stuff like that. It's always easier to set the price a little higher because you know that you could work a deal to get the price down. Like, that's just how it is. You can't, like, I can't go post something on Marketplace for $5 and then someone's like, hey, it's worth more. And then magically I up it to like $30. Like, that looks bad. So you can always start a little higher and bring it down.
So I can't read this whole comment from D. It's in your chat room because it's not pulling the whole thing up. Are you able to read it?
Yeah, DG says, a YouTuber talks about a game, collectors want it, and suddenly they're blamed for the price going up. Collectors collect, YouTubers make content, neither sets the price.
No, I agree with that.
Choice words in there, but we're going to censor that.
No, but I agree with that, though. Everybody wants to blame the reseller, but everybody also wants to blame the YouTuber, and I agree with that. I don't think it's either one. I think it's the consumer. Because if you're dumb enough to pay for it at that price, they're going to be dumb enough to sell it to you.
Exactly, because it's the people that are buying the stuff that are also, like, they're guilty of it. Like, if you don't buy it, the price will go down. But if people just continuously, like, remember when everyone complained about DK Oldies and all these things, and you look at it, and they sell bundles for $300-$400+, whatever it is.
Yeah.
People are buying it because they know it and they don't know where else to look, and they buy the stuff. Companies like that stay in business because the outside person who doesn't know everything, they're not going to shop around for the deal. They just really want the items.
They just want it.
I love when people comment. Do they do it ever on your videos or anyone in the chat who makes content? Some person will literally comment. Now, this was like when I was a little smaller. I mean, I'm not like a huge YouTuber or anything like that. But someone would comment and be like, you're the reason why this game went up in price.
Yep.
And I look and I have like 100 views on the video. And I'm like,
you mean like this guy here?
My little tiny video here with my X amount of subscribers. And like, I didn't even have as many at that time. And they were trying to blame me. And the video was like 4 years old and it had like barely any views on it. And I was like, yeah, I'm the sole reason why everything went up. Just me, little old me. I'm the sole.
So here's something people have to understand. Let's do a little experiment here. All right.
Oh no.
So together between you and I, we have a reach of over 60,000 people. In the grand scheme of things, that's peanuts. Minuscule.
Yeah.
Nothing.
We're nobodies.
We're specks of dust.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm saying that for a reason. Now, because of that, we get maybe 1% of our subscriber base comes out to watch us live every Wednesday or Thursday if we make it Thursday to come watch us live. Now, let's say between the two channels we have 100 viewers between your channel and my channel and everywhere else that we're streaming to. And we say, you know what? You all need to subscribe to Brandy. And Brandy gets done with the show and she goes, hey, I got 5 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then I get done with the show because she just sat done telling everybody you should subscribe to Tech Buzz, and I get 1 or 2 subscribers. It doesn't matter how many times Brandy tells you guys, her audience, or I tell my audience to subscribe to either one of us. Because at the end of the day, if you don't like me, you're not going to subscribe to me. You might tolerate me on the podcast because you like Brandy, but you're not going to subscribe to me. And that's okay. My point is, saying a YouTuber's inflating the prices is just asinine. Because I could tell you till I'm blue in the face, go buy the new Batman Lego game for the PS5. It's one of the greatest Lego games that's ever come out. You'll get off of here, you'll go watch a video on YouTube, and you're going, Lego games aren't for me.
Yeah.
Metal Jesus could do the same thing, and he's going to get the same response. You have a brain. At least most of the people in this chat room, I know. Everybody here has a brain. We can recommend something. We can give you our opinion. But that's all it is an opinion. It's not the gospel. You're ultimately taking our opinion and weighing against other opinions and then saying, okay, I'll buy this. Or I won't buy it because, 10 YouTubers I watched, they all said this is terrible. So it's probably terrible, so I'm not going to buy it. Or 10 YouTubers said this is good, so I'm going to buy it because they said it's good. Point is, you're getting more than one opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know any place where you got 10, 20, 100 YouTubers saying, go buy this game, it's the best game that's out there. Or coming up with the same top 10 list for PS1, PS3, help me out here, Super Nintendo, Nintendo. Like, do you see that? Like, when you make a list, I don't make the same list as you.
Yeah, because, even when I'm going for the set, and this is why I like going for some of these sets, I want to play these games and actually give them a chance, whether I'm playing them to completion or not. That's another story. But even just for a few minutes to test the game, clean it, make sure everything works, I'll play something and I'll be like, wait a minute, this isn't really as bad as everyone said it was. Or, I like this type of game. I don't care that it's really bad and terrible or a janky game. I'm having a good time with it. And I actually really like that. I like making my own choices. I don't want to listen to every single review out there because there's a lot of dumb games that I can still have a good time with, and they're quick paced, they're easy to, put on, play. And that's why I like going for some of these, full sets of things, because I'm making my own opinion. I'm not listening to every other person. And, just because of these gems and stuff like that, doesn't mean I'm going to like the same games. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to do my own research. And it's just of course we can all give some information, and it might put a little bit of a spotlight on some things, but at the end of the day, you are making those choices. Everyone has a choice. You can either choose to buy something, choose not to buy something.
Well,
you don't have to get it just because someone told you.
Let's go back to this comment right here by David B. And I know David B is just giving his opinion, and that's cool. I like it. It said, I wouldn't say you're inflating prices, but he says, I'll say that you were leading the FOMO. I want to say this with all due respect. There's no cynicism in this at all. Let's not confuse FOMO with excitement. There's a big difference there. Okay? There are YouTubers out there that create FOMO.
Yes.
But then there's also YouTubers that create excitement, especially for the, let's use the Neo Geo AES Plus.
Yeah.
I am genuinely excited about that system. You guys that are in this chat room, I never had one as a kid. I still don't have one, but I really want one in the worst way. Brandy knows. Anybody that's followed me knows that I've wanted one since I started collecting. It's just been out of reach price-wise and everything. I'm excited. I don't care what you do with your money. You know what I mean? There's no FOMO here. It's excitement. When Brandy gets up and does a video and she's showing you her Nintendo 64 full collection or Super Nintendo, how she's almost there, that's excitement. FOMO is when you're telling people to go out and buy something, in my opinion. Oh, you need to buy this. You need to buy this. You need to buy this. That to me is what do they call that, Brandy? A snake oil salesman. That's what I feel like. Those type of sales pitches, that to me is the FOMO. Do you agree or?
See, and now that you say it that way, I completely agree. We all know there are certain YouTubers who do things because they are trying to make money and do I'm looking at these people if they're watching. There are some people that literally will create that FOMO because what's their intention? Their intention is to buy games, to resell them, to make a profit. There are people who are buying stuff and creating this FOMO because they own those items and they know that when it comes time to sell them, they're going to sell them and make a huge profit. Okay? There are some people that genuinely like things in this hobby. There are people that like the community who don't bash the community. There's like a lot of things of that. So if there are anyone in here that are being a part of that, sit back and think, are you part of the FOMO? Are you part of the excitement? And you genuinely want people to have fun in this hobby, okay? That's what I was going for. I wanted to look into people's souls.
No, that's good. Because, listen, like, I know a lot of people, when they look at, like, pickup videos, and I know some people, it gets old. For me, it even kind of has gotten old. But genuinely, when I did a pickup video, it wasn't about bragging. I heard that all the time from people, like, oh, you just like bragging and showing everything that you buy. Even when we do it on the show here, like our pickups for the week, we're not bragging. We are genuinely excited about some of the deals that we got or some of the product that we got, some of the games that we got that we want to show. Like a lot of times I'll show like my 3D prints and stuff like that. I'm genuinely excited about that, right? I think you guys are smart enough, the ones that are watching this show and even those that'll watch this later, are smart enough to know what's FOMO and what's genuine excitement and the people that are genuine. Like when I watched DG, I don't know any other person is excited about PlayStation the way she was.
Yeah.
Okay? Now I know she's taken a little bit of hiatus from that, so I don't want to step on the toes there. But my point is, I don't look at if she says a game is good, like because I'm looking for a game like my game today, she'll be excited about it because it's a game that she had. We conversed a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was genuinely excited about getting it, and I saw she had it, and I was like, huh, this is a pretty good, but she has it for a different system, I think. Or unless she might have it for the same system. My point is, she was genuinely excited. There was no FOMO there. Just like you'll tell me, hey, I got this game. I don't sit there, oh, I got to go get it really quick because you bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, so what did you think of it? And you're like, it's not bad. Well, I have to get it eventually for the collection, but there, like you said, a lot of them you could tell because they're trying to make money off of it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're like, not to knock some like the reseller channels, but there are some that like recently just kind of popped up.
It's
like,
gross.
They are like kind of like local to me. So like I just, I'm speaking in case some of them are listening, but it's like some people you can genuinely tell if they've ever played games, if they don't play games currently, if they played them in the past. But overall, I think the main thing that we're all getting to is it doesn't matter how often.
Retro Rick!
I haven't actually ever bought anything from him. But no, so it's just kind of like this community, if we don't keep building this together, I don't know where this is going to end up in 5 years, in 10 years. Like, I love going to conventions when I get to see everyone, not just to buy this stuff, but to catch up with everyone who's like all my friends, all my buddies, like-minded people. At one point back in the day, we were nerdy. We were like, I don't want to say like outcasts, but like gaming was like a weird thing. Like people always associated it in negative ways, but look how it's bringing so many people together. I mean, we're all having a blast on a Thursday night on this podcast, chit-chatting, talking about fun things, and like we're all genuinely, a lot of us are friends. Like I consider a lot of you guys are friends. Like I know about your families, I know about your life, like you guys know about mine, like you guys are welcoming, we're welcoming. Like that's what I like about this. It's more than just the game itself. It's like the memories of the good old days, like going back into physical places, midnight releases, holding something, looking and judging off of pictures on a box or something. Like that's the stuff that brings me joy. And I always hate when people say you're just doing it for this, you're doing it for that. Do you know how little I make on anything and how it really just goes back into the editing software and this and that. Like, it's not like we have things to gain from a lot of these channels that we're doing. We're doing this all for fun.
That's what I was just going to add to your point right there. Mm-hmm. You want to know if a YouTuber is giving you FOMO? Here's a good way. How is that YouTuber benefiting from suggesting you to buy that game or that item? Now, flat out, I know Brandy and I, when we review a product, we come out and tell you, and as well as a lot of other YouTubers, we're like, listen, we're giving our opinion on this product. We were given this product for purposes of review. Mm-hmm. They're not swaying our decision one way or the other, but, you know, we were compensated to do this review. Now, mm-hmm. if we come on here and we're like, hey, you really need to get out and get that Batman game for the PS5, the Lego Batman. It was one of the best. I'm using that as an example because I do think it's one of the best Lego games that's out there. Ask yourself, what does Steve have to gain from that? He's not putting an affiliate link in there. He doesn't know Sony, so he's not getting any paycheck.
He bought it with his own money. I
bought it with my own money. So maybe what he's telling me is maybe I should check it out. It's a good game. Mm-hmm. Not creating FOMO. I just genuinely think that game is great. At the end of the day, I don't care what you do with your money. That's the reality. No, I'm not pulling punches about it. I mean, we're influencers, we're YouTubers, we get review products. Yeah, it's cool if you guys click on it. Yeah, it's cool if you guys check it out. But we don't guarantee sales to these people that give us review units. We're not saying like, yeah, you're going to sell 100 of these. We just tell them we'll give you our honest feedback of it. And that's what we do. And that's what you have to ask yourself. Of all these YouTubers that you watch, and there's a lot of great ones here in the community, when that YouTuber says, like, I'll use Ness as an example when he's talking about the Neo Geo AES. I've heard people call him, you know, he's doing, it's FOMO for the AES Plus. This dude is genuinely excited about the Neo Geo more than I am, okay? And I'm excited about it. What does he have to gain from you pre-ordering the Neo Geo AES Plus? Absolutely nothing. He offers a service to the community to come on there and help you find where you can pre-order. Other people do the same thing on YouTube. Those people are not creating FOMO. They're generating excitement around a product. Yeah. I mean, that's the honest truth. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, I don't think you're wrong. And like, literally, like, you can tell. Like, some people tell you things are like the best things in the world. And then they put in there, like, I get X amount, I get this, I get that. And, you know, they put all these, like, links and stuff. I don't think I've ever even had a link.
I tell them no. I don't. I said I'll review it, but I don't want an affiliate link. And if they do give me a link, it's just for them to track.
I don't do that.
No.
Like, I really don't.
You and I are good. If they're going to give us the product, that's fine. We don't need, but we do put affiliate links in there because they want to track it. It's affiliate links for them, but we don't put them in for ourselves.
Yeah, I don't like know how to advertise any of that stuff. I just review something and I give you my honest thoughts. Like, if I go to a convention and I had a bad experience, boy, will I talk a little bit about that.
That's right.
If I go somewhere and I like it, I talk about that. If we've had some controversial topics on this podcast that we've gotten into and we've chatted about, you know, if I meet up with people at a convention and they literally ask me, what do you think about this or that or whatever, I will give people my honest thoughts. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat everything and say things are like the best thing in the world if it's really not. Like, remember there was something that you ended up getting and I ended up getting and I had a bad experience with it.
That light gun system.
Paid my own money with it, so I wasn't even locked into anything. And I said I struggled with it. I couldn't get an accurate reading.
I still think you got a bad unit on that.
I mean, maybe, but then we got those amazing ones, the Timebreaker light guns, and those worked amazing for me.
They are
especially
amazing
compared to the other light gun that was out there. And I let people know it may work for you, it may not. I never worked for me. I couldn't even get a good shot.
But you knew it worked because you saw mine. You knew it worked, so maybe it was. So that's why you. But point in case, like
but like I'm honest.
You were honest, yeah.
I say what it didn't work for me, but it may work for you. And then when we got the time breaker ones, I was like, those were amazing. That was perfect, spot on every single time. I had a blast with those, and had a great time.
No, wait. I got a Tangeria tube. It's not Mr. Rightway anymore. I renamed him. It's Mr. Richway. So whenever you see him in the comments, call him Mr. Richway. Okay? You gotta put it in. You gotta put it in his comments. He'll know exactly where it came from. Just call him Mr. Richway. He'll get it. Trust me.
Call him Mr. Moneybags.
Call him Mr. Moneybags. No, Mr. Richway. That's the name I gave him a couple weeks ago. It's Mr. Richway. He's gonna be like, "That sucker Steve sent you over here." That's what he's gonna say.
Yeah, he probably loves that too.
Look, he's laughing in the chat room over here. He's got it. Him and Ness over here cracking up. But seriously, guys, you don't sit there and fall there. You guys got brains. You know who's giving you FOMO. You know who's giving you the line of bull.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we see it. We see it all the time. So, all right. I think we beat this pretty good. We have to get to our video game pickup. No, we have to go to what we're playing.
That's right.
What we're playing. All right. Yes, let's get to what we're playing, and then we will come back and chat about it. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, today I want to talk about the Cleveland Gaming Class.
Hello, did you forget about me again?
Why do you keep
every single convention you forget about me?
You keep jumping in my videos.
Well, you leave your door unlocked. Anyone can just walk right in.
Are you ready to talk about Cleveland?
Yeah, Cleveland.
Man.
You guys should come on out to the Cleveland Gaming Classic.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. In fact, it's in the Huntington Center this year. As you guys remember, it's been in the IX Center all these years.
I know. I've never seen the other place.
So it'll be a lot of fun. That's coming up in September. That's actually mid-September. We're going to be going to Cleveland. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And you folks in Cleveland, you're going to get to see the brand new Game Masters stage set.
That's insane. You guys do not want to miss this. Tons of craziness going on. Always a great time in Cleveland. And just so much fun.
And since she thinks she's so good at gun games, because you guys remember on the podcast, she talked about how good she was at gun games.
Well, I'm a good aimer.
Well, we're going to find out how good aimer she is with Gamer Ahmer on Time Crisis 3. On the PS2, you guys better practice up because we're going to do some challenges for giveaways to see if you can beat Gamer Ahmer.
Well, I'll let you guys win, okay?
Oh, we'll just here we go.
It's going to go. Can't beat anyone.
It's going to go as good as the trivia. Anyways, we're going to have that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be streaming it live like we always do, and we're going to have giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come on out to the Cleveland Gaming Classic in September.
And we'll see you there.
All right. What are we playing? What are we playing? What do you got going on here?
Yeah, so this was from my video.
I was trying to adjust the video, actually.
Obviously.
Oh.
No, but Swamp Thing for the NES. I walked into one of my local game stores called Outlaw Video Games.
Hey, don't talk about Retro Rick like that. You told me...
No. And this is a terrible game, okay? When I started playing it, I could not get past the first level. Now, you will see a little bit more than the first level, but I could not get past it because every time I walked forward, one of these stupid enemies would just, jump up and cut me off. And I got a little frustrated with it. But I don't know why this game goes for so much. Like you said, it's
probably one of the last... Brandy, it looks like an NES version of Keith Courage for the TurboGrafx. Did anybody ever play that game? It kind of reminds me of that. Like up at the top where you were kind of going. It just it looks really clunky with the mechanics, like even the way he's jumping. I've never played it, so.
Yeah, it's not one that I'll probably go back to, but the fact that it is up there in price. But I did like how my game store does different deals. They give different percentages off, different things like that. And look how clean it looked in the store with in the little plastic case too.
Yeah, you had it clean.
Just pristine. It was shining. I went over to it. They test, they clean, they do all that, and I had to pick it up. So I thought it was a good deal, but like for the value of the game, probably not. But it was something I wanted to personally try because I've heard bad things about it, and now I understand why everyone says
Yeah, that first level kind of reminded me of Keith Courage, but after a while, it just looked like a dungeon crawler. But there's a game on the TurboGrafx. I think it was the pack-in game for the TurboGrafx 16 called the Keith Courage. Meloshay. I had to laugh. We were laughing during our little video skit that we did promoting Cleveland. We're not trying to sell you on Cleveland. We're just saying, hey, if you want to meet us, you want to come hang out with us, come out to Cleveland, right?
Yeah, especially if you're in the area or you're not far, it's a couple hours away. You can really make an experience at these events. Whether you think conventions are overpriced or this or that, there's still people with deals. Maybe go to 3 tables instead of just 1. Like you'll find good deals. There's plenty of stuff to play. They have free play. They have like arcades, pinball. Like they have so many different events going on. You get to meet a bunch of people, whether you're into, YouTubers or not. But it's like there's voice actors. There's people, creative people in this whole space that, you get to make a whole experience with it. And like that's something that I love about it. And then of course we're going to have our big Game Master setup. We have like this huge area with the backdrops, with the lighting, with everything else. We're doing tons of giveaways. You can actually win some good quality stuff too. Like it's not just like cheap stickers. Like it's literally we're giving away a ton of stuff.
We had like Nintendo, courtesy of Stone Age Gamer. We had like those Nintendo 64 shells that you could put on them. They're like some of them are used, or
so
not.
If you buy like
they're limited, not used. They're brand new.
Yeah, I got where you were going with that. But if you have like a used console that like
that's what I meant to say. Yeah,
you get to replace it with this new quality stuff. I will be getting together a video on that. I was waiting for another Nintendo 64 to swap out. But they're great. You guys can win them.
My game this week, believe it or not, is I had to play this game. I talked about it last week that I picked it up. It was with Video Games Monthly. This is what I was talking about. DG posted that she had gotten this game for the Super Nintendo, and I also got it. And I was kind of having fun with it. Some people are like, it just kind of drones on and on. It doesn't seem like that. It wasn't that fun of it. I love Scooby Doo, so for me,
it's nostalgia.
This game was fun.
Yep.
I had a lot of fun with this, and maybe you would too. But it's not a super expensive game right now. But it was a ton of fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm still having fun with it. I'm going back because I actually play my games. I'm going back and playing a lot of those games that I had gotten through that. I've also been playing like Fortnite because I got all my sprites. I've been trying. I got to master one yet here before the end of the end of the season. The levels are so stinking long though on the Scooby Doo, but it's all good. It's. I'd like to see them do more of a modern day one. I think that would be a lot of fun.
It would be cool to do like a. Have we had a Scooby-Doo game in a minute?
We have not. I think the last time was, correct me if I'm wrong, chat room, but I think it was GameCube. Unless there was one for the, no, GameCube came after N64. So
well, there is like a Wii one, but like, is it for the
movie? It is a Wii, but I thought it was a remake of one of the other ones, wasn't it?
But like, I want like a classic remake or something of like the old style, like before they like changed all the characters.
The GameCube version one is good, but are the Wii ones? Somebody help me out here because I have one or two of them on the Wii. I don't remember if they're Wii. Are they remakes of another game? I'm just not sure. But yeah, I have those games for but I mean a modern in the last, we'll say, modern console, PS5, Xbox Series X, modern. I have the ones for the PS2. I even have the one for the N64, I believe. Got to get those Scooby snacks. So we had a lot of fun with that one. And let's get to our community questions, Brandy. When we asked them this very question about the rise and fall of video games and what their opinion was, let's take a listen to that. And you guys let us know if you agree or disagree.
Did you see the door anywhere?
What are you looking for?
Well, there's supposed to be. You said you wanted us to check out the game room, but I don't see a door anywhere.
Not here, not this game room.
Not this game. Well,
They're supposed to send us their game room clips.
Oh.
We're supposed to check it out online.
Why didn't you tell me that?
I just thought you'd figure it out. You're supposed to use your brain and think a little bit.
Well, I mean, I saw... All right, anyways, so if you guys want to be featured on the Game Masters on a Wednesday night, we love seeing game rooms.
I love game rooms.
I know you do.
I tried to take over your game room.
And she actually stole one of... We'll get to that another time. But anyways, check it out. Send us in your game room so we can check it out because, well, she'll come by your house and steal stuff from you.
I'll take it over. It could be my game room too. So I want to see what you guys got going on.
So she can steal it from you.
What are your thoughts?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Hey everybody out there, once again this is Angelo the Magic Man. So I just wanted to make a few comments about today's topic. So the way I look at it is, if Sony and Xbox and all these other companies are going to be phasing out the actual physical games and the content, to me it's just not worth it to do it. I'm going to pretty much stay old school from here on out. So I'm sure there's many of you out there that feel the same way about this, especially the old school gamers. If you can't own a physical copy of something that you paid a high price for, that's just not right. I don't feel that, you know, the value is in the digital copy as much as it is in the physical copy. And especially if they're trying to charge the same amount for what you would pay for a physical copy just to have a digital copy online downloaded or whatever, it's just not worth it to me. Through the years, I've collected a lot of physical games. I have probably way more that I could possibly play. If the market's going to explode as far as prices and stuff again, I might consider actually liquidating some, keeping my favorites that, you know, my all-time favorites, my Sonics and Guitar Heroes and all the other ones that there's quite a few, too many to mention here. But there's a lot of them that I may consider liquidating, especially if I can get a really good high price for them, just to, you know, enjoy a little bit more of life rather than gaming. I mean, I still love gaming, don't get me wrong. Don't have as much time as I used to when I was younger. But I'm all physical copy from here on out. Anything that comes out digital now, if the PS6, whenever it comes out, or any other gaming systems, I'm pretty much done. Anyway, but that's my thoughts on it. I'm sure, like I said, a lot of you feel the same way, especially you old school gamers out there. It comes from the heart, man. If we can't have a physical copy and own it and, you know, be able to use it, hopefully Nintendo will keep going forward with the physical copies indefinitely. Maybe the market might swing back at some point, that there's such demand that these companies have to jump back and say, you know what, we need to start making physical games again. But until that time, or if that time happens, absolutely I'm done. Anyway, this is Angelo the Magic Man and my thoughts. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Signing out.
Hey guys, it's Daryl again. The rise and fall of video game prices from physical going to digital, what PlayStation is doing. Is this going to be raising the prices of video games, physical games? Yes, it is. And unfortunately, for people just starting to collect, it's a really bad time to get into the hobby. For a guy like me who's been doing this for years, I have most of the stuff I already have. Is it going to go up for me? Yes. Do I like seeing this stuff go up? No. The unfortunate part about this is, even if I want some extra games for myself now, it's going to cost me a lot more money. For example, Jedi Survivor for PS4, because it's physically on the disc, has been skyrocketing right now. And I shouldn't be saying this, but it's a bolo you guys should be looking out for. So, as far as I know, the digital prices are going to continue to dry up the prices of physical games. So if you're starting to look to collect something right now, I suggest you start getting it now while you still can, because the prices are continuously going to continue to go up. All right, this is Daryl Best signing off. Have a good day.
The rise and fall of video games. The prices are exploding. The Game Masters put that headline out for this week's conversation, and I would like to share a situation that I had last year. Last year, the year before last, I don't know. But I bought this game right here, Batman Gotham City Racing, on the PlayStation 1, PS1, and I bought it for $60. I trust the store that I got it from. I've been going there for years. And when I got home, I checked price charting, and I saw that it was actually a $30 game on price charting. So I called the store owner and I asked, I saw that it was a $30 game, what's going on? And he told me that he based his price off of the prices on eBay. Now, if you see I don't know if you see the stamp, he labeled this game 10/10/24. So he based this price off of the year 2024. I think I got it last year, I believe. And so I don't know, but let's just bring up the prices right now, as of right now, on eBay and on price charting. Now, I think as you look at the prices and how they differ or whatever, you may see that, it could be accurate maybe on eBay, but it might be different on price charting or whatever the case may be. But I think when you go to a convention or when you go to a store, I think it is important to ask an even deeper question. How is that store owner or vendor, how are they basing their, where or how are they basing their prices? Are they basing it off of eBay and what's going on eBay? Or are they basing it off of price charting? Are they one and the same? Because if you take any game, maybe the value on that game could be different from different sources. Or am I asking the wrong question? Am I asking the right question? I put that out to you in the chat or the Game Masters. Tell me what you think.
All right. Thank you guys so much for sending that in. I had to laugh. Brandy and I were sitting in the backside. We were laughing because when Daryl's video came on, he was telling you about the Jedi game, and everybody in the chat's yelling, FOMO! FOMO! I was dying because I said, watch, they're going to all say it's FOMO because Daryl's like, I hate to say this, but you need to go get this. Trust me, Daryl's not creating FOMO. He was just trying to inform everybody, like, hey, like, go pick it up.
Just the way we were talking about it earlier. Now, obviously, this video was filmed, probably like days ago. He filmed
it. He gave it to me a couple days ago.
It was comical. Like, no one knew what we were going to be talking about. But I did like that hat.
Yeah, that was a good hat. Cool. I need a Guitar Hero hat like that.
And that's the thing too. You always have to look up the prices, and you have to, always double check, because sometimes game stores, they, like you said, it had an earlier date on it. I've been in stores and I've seen earlier price dates on there, and if the prices have changed and I look them up on my phone, I don't have a problem going up to the store owner and be like, hey, you've had this game sitting here for 2.5 years. Are you able to cut a little bit better of a deal for me? It looks like the price chart, the current rate has went down a little bit, or, hey, just let you know I'm buying this, but this has went up a little bit. Sometimes you just have to double check, because you really never know. Someone's going to price something and they might not price all the time. It might not be a store that keeps up with the prices.
And you got to get to know your creators that you're listening to. Like Mellow Shy, I really appreciate him sending it, and he always sends it as a TikTok. He puts it on the TikTok, so make sure you go follow him if you're not following him there. I'm creating FOMO. You got a FOMO for Mellow Shy, okay? No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, go follow him on TikTok and all the other places, because he always takes the video that he's going to submit to us. He puts it out there. So I always like Brandy when he sends it in. He gets a little bit into it, but that Batman game is one I've never played, so I'm going to have to check it out. Yeah, so we always like when the community members send something in that we can play and, let you guys give your opinion on the subject, and rather than just us giving our opinion. A lot of times we sit back and we'll listen to what you guys said. How about it, Brandy? We'll sit there and go, I never thought about it from that point of view.
Exactly. And I like it, because that's what this community is. We're not trying to say that any one person is the game master. We all try to help each other so that we can ultimately all be the game masters. Like it's not just like a one is better than it's. I like learning as much as I can because every day, if I can like learn something, I feel like that's a great day. Like even in like the gaming space, it's like if there's something fun or something I didn't know about or something that I really want to try out, like I think that's a win because it creates it all going. Like I don't want to just look at the same stuff every single day, you know? I like a little bit of variety.
I think DG in your chat created a new magazine. She said FOMO Informer. A new magazine idea. I think everybody would subscribe to that.
I would buy it just for the name.
The FOMO Informer. She'll inform you of all the people that are creating FOMO within the community. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I would subscribe.
I think there's a lot of people like Mellow Sky. Sorry, Mellow Shy. See, I always mess up his name.
You always say Sky.
I don't know why I want to say Sky all the time, but there's genuine excitement when he's talking about a game, so I don't look at any of that stuff as FOMO. The sales pitches, the elevator pitches. I don't like the elevator pitches. I know how to do them. That's why I know I can pick them out because we have to do them sometimes for sponsors and YouTube video reviews and stuff like that. Hey, we're upfront about it. I mean, you know, that's part of. That's the dark side of all this stuff, right? If you want to call it dark side, but we try to be transparent.
Sometimes you gotta like make yourself sound good, you know, like
yeah.
So I gotta do that tomorrow, guys. I gotta make myself sound good. Let's hope that.
Yep.
Not gonna spoil it. Let's hope that goes well.
Yeah, she's got something really cool happening tomorrow, which should be a lot of fun.
Oh, I really hope. I'm nervous now. Oh man.
So Mellow Sky says D has always been innovative with the English vocabulary.
I'd say innovative is a good word.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
Owaz, man, he took a huge hiatus from this show. I guess he didn't like us anymore. And then he came back. No, he was probably busy. And then he's been missing in action for a couple of weeks, and now he's back today. I love seeing Owaz. I want to make sure I put that out there. I love when Owaz used to say, I call him Owaz. I know that's not his screen name, but that's what I call him. He always, he was sending in videos for a while, too. I would have loved to hear what he had to say about this subject. So, Owaz, next week, if you want to give your opinion on what we talked about this week, send in the video. Even if it's a week late, it's no big deal. We'll play it.
Yeah.
Love to hear his opinion.
He has great insight on this. Because
he's got the master system, man.
Yep, he goes for like a lot of like the Sega stuff. Like he's well versed on that side of it, and I'm curious like how Sega stuff is versus Nintendo versus PlayStation. At the moment. So
yeah,
that would be pretty cool to.
You were kind of staying up on the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, because that's kind of your bag. I'm just starting to get into Super Nintendo more and more. I'm picking up games. In fact, I'm going this weekend to go do some game hunting. But Nintendo, I'm pretty good with Nintendo. I've been following it because of collecting for it. Like I've been following prices because, dang, there's just a few that I got to get, Brandy, and like I'm always like I got a couple of my buddies local. They're like, hey, do you got this game? Like my buddy Wildcard, he's like, I got a brand new RoboCop 3 that just came in. But he was selling it because the price went up. I got it at his toy convention that he was doing. Remember those rugs I got, the Nintendo 64 cartridge? I remember I told you guys.
Yeah.
I bought RoboCop 3 there for the NES. I bought it for $70. It is now almost $150. And that was only you were here back a month ago?
A few.
Okay, maybe it was a little, so 2 months. So it's gone up. Almost doubled the price in 2 months. 3 months, maybe.
See, it's crazy. I just noticed it because when I was going through the last 100, a little over 100 games I knew for the Super Nintendo, I like, on some of my list, I have like the prices of what they were around. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, this was $10, and now I'm going to have to pay $60 for it. Like, it's so crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's some of these. The good thing here, guys, and this is something I would tell you. This is no FOMO. This is no because I get nothing out of it. One thing I have noticed is a lot of these pawn shops, a lot of these small mom and pop, like we have a shop. It's called Vaporosity. Their main business is vape. You know, like they got the e-cigarettes and all that stuff, but they do sell retro games there. The good news is they don't follow the trends as much for games going up and down in prices. And I've gone in there, and Brandy, I'm going this weekend, and a lot of their Super Nintendo games are still what the prices were 2 years ago. So I should be able to go in and get some games that have gone up in price at a substantially lower price. That's what I was going to tell some folks as a tip. If you know any small mom and pop shops that they're not really following the trends, those are the shops you want to go to right now to try to find some retro games and not pay the prices that are coming up. At least that's what I've found, at least in my area, Brandy. Like even the Exchange, which I thought was kind of strange, they are still selling like Mario Brothers 3. Like a lot of places that are really staying up with it, they're selling that for like $30-$35. The Exchange is still selling it for $8 or $9.
Wow.
So I'm just throwing that out there to some of you folks that if you're looking for certain games, think outside the box. Go to some of these stores that aren't heavily trafficked with collectors and with folks that are resellers. And I know reseller is a dirty word, but these guys that are going to like yard sales and garage sales and stuff to buy it, sell at their store. Go to the stores that nobody thinks about, like the pawn shops. Pawn shops are still selling Xbox 360 games for $1 a piece, regardless of what the game is.
Yeah, you just have to like look around, do your research, and check. Like, remember that one time I went to that one store, and it was one of those dead stock stores, and they had all that like Small Soldiers coloring books from like the 90s. They had Rugrats stuff. They had the Crash Bandicoot little puzzle things. Like, I found a dead stock store, and like I didn't even know that was a thing until I stumbled into one. Now I did have to drive for it, and I definitely stumbled into that. But they have.
That's why you had to have back surgery, because you stumbled into it.
Yeah. No, but literally they told me that they have warehouses all around the world that have this dead stock stuff in it. And they ship it over here, and eventually it shows up, and it's stuff from like that 90s. And I'm like, that is crazy. Think about all the stuff that's out there that we don't even know about. You just have to do a little bit of research, a little bit of look, a little bit of luck, and maybe you'll find something that has some games. I mean, people are still finding Mario games and other things.
Well, and one thing I wanted to bring up, because I told them I would do this. They're not paying me anything, but nobody knows about these people locally. Now, if you guys follow me at all on Facebook, okay, you'll know. Let me pull this over here, Brandy. You saw it. I found a hidden gem, if you will, of a store, which is literally like right down the road from where my daughter works, and it is called City Sports and Collectibles. And you think, well, City Sports and Collectible, like what?
Yeah, you don't think of games and toys and stuff.
I'm sorry, it's called Bomb City Sports and Collectibles. Like, why would I go there for video games? Let me tell you this again. They had a lot of people, like, if you're into Pokemon, this is a place to go. But when I went in there, this is what I saw. And they were good prices on them, Brandy. Like, they weren't hit with the inflation price that has been going on.
Wow.
A lot of NES, I'm going to try to go back there this weekend. There's some games, good prices on some of these. So, I don't know why it clicked off of that. I was trying to show you. They've got consoles. They got a lot more.
Yeah, it's more than what you'd think from the outside or from the name. Like,
yeah,
a lot of stores have more. Even toy stores, they have video games at a lot of toy stores. Some video game stores have toys. Like, you really just never know what you might find. And some of the places where you don't think, like, you see a local toy show pop up. I find tons of gaming related stuff or games. And sometimes they price them cheap because it's not their target audience. They're there selling these vintage toys, and someone might have some Nintendo games. They might just throw them out on a table real cheap. Like where I found that Pokemon game. I got the Pokewalker, the Pokemon box, the case, everything, for $20. Now it's like $100+ right there. And they had it at the toy show because they were selling toys, and that was like the one gaming thing, and they were just like, we just want it gone, like we want it to sell.
I've gone into pawn shops and I've paid $80 to $100 for a stack of games, and came home with almost $700 worth of games from pawn shops. And she's 100% right. I got you've seen it, my complete in-box Xbox 360 Star Wars edition that was barely used. It was, a lot of it's still in the plastic inside of it. You when you came over, you saw it. That guy wanted $550 for it, I think. And when I was talking to him, and he said he doesn't want to go to go to a reseller, so he wouldn't adjust the price. And I said, well, I'm not a reseller. I am a YouTuber. I was honest with the guy. And I said, I'm a collector first. I want it for my collection. He gave it to me for $250 because he wanted to see it go to a good home.
Yeah.
And I bought that, and I bought another Nintendo cartridge off I can't remember. He did remember seeing me at Cleveland because I had my Captain N jacket on, but that's not the point. The point is he wanted it to go to a good home, and he didn't want it resold. Mm-hmm. He said he had a lot of resellers over, and he wouldn't budge on the price. And me and my son were there. And so, to your point, toy shows, you might have one or two vendors there that are video game vendors.
Yep.
And you get some good deals. So,
and same like related toys, nostalgia. Like, I know people don't like when I do like the toy videos sometimes, but it's like I try to do a lot of video game related stuff. So it'll be like Nintendo memorabilia, or it'll be some game related stuff. Like, and when I go to these, like that one that I went to, the guy worked for Lifesavers, and he literally had the Sonic Spinball hat, the promo hat that you could have got. And he was selling them at the toy show. And if I would have known, I would have bought all of them so I could just give them to every person I know. But I bought one, and it was like less than $20 or whatever, because we bundled it with the fitness set that I bought for the Power Rangers.
Speaking of which,
you find that
before we land this plane, you had some awesome pickups, so show us it right after this. I'm going to come in on you. 3, 2.
Yes. So, speaking of that, check your local thrift stores.
I can't believe you got this.
Like, this is sealed in like the packaging here. It was $4.49 at my local Savers thrift store. This is like one of those promo banners, either a pre-order or something that you could have got for the Pokemon Sword and Shield for the Nintendo Switch. Like, never opened. Like, I don't even know how they got this. Like, I don't know if someone just like got it with the game and then donated it. But I didn't even pay that. I think it was like half price because I had some sort of coupon or something. But yeah, like you might just find things like that, and then obviously when you go to GameStop and other places, ask them. You've been talking about this game all day, so I had to show this. I did get one of the pre-order. I didn't get the game.
FOMO.
Yeah, I did get the actual like little poster for the Lego Batman game, and then it is double-sided. But they gave it to me for free, so it's like
I'm gonna have to ask them because I really want one of those posters for that. I asked them, they didn't have any more.
If I go back and they still have them,
yeah, if you get me one, yeah, that would be sweet.
They only gave one.
No, that's. I mean, we asked when we pre-ordered. They were like, "Oh, we're all out." Yeah. They don't give crap, but that's still like, cool.
Just crazy to stumble in.
That's cool. I'm not a Pokemon person, but $4 for that thing.
Yeah, I think it was like $2.
Oh, $2. That's even better.
Yeah, because I used a coupon. My little
not doing the FOMO thing. I really do like that game, the Batman Lego. You should play it. Play the demo or something. I think you'll like it. If you like a game that you could just sit down and not think a lot and just play, but has a good story to it, and you enjoy building with the Lego, figuring out some of those puzzles where you have to build a Lego a certain way in order to open up certain areas, and I mean there's side quests and stuff, but like if you just want to brainless sit down and play a game and have fun with it, dude, that game is phenomenal. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm laughing at the comment.
Oh yeah, they're still going to town here. Yeah, Batman. See, the Batman game is amazing. And she got that poster even after, like, I've been saying that for weeks, man, that game is pretty quick. Uh-oh. She got it because she's friends with Retro Rick! That's how we're going to say his name from now on.
Mm-hmm.
The FOMO shout out. That's right. We got to call it like we see it, right, Oaz? The FOMO. Dun, dun, dun. All right. We got to let these fine folks go. It's getting late, and there's other shows on that people probably want to watch, like the 10 o'clock news, and I don't know what else. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'm happy about that. Brandy, what do you got coming up this week?
I have a very important thing tomorrow, guys.
Look at this. Hang on, really before you do this. Hold on, look at this. Somebody created a retro Rick.
No way. That's crazy. No way. That's not a thing.
That is awesome. Whoever did that.
Who did that?
Whoever did that, you get a round of applause. I love it. That's going to be the official mascot of this show.
I love it. That's wild.
Now we need to get somebody to clip my voice when I do the retro Rick, and we'll use it as a every time we do it, we'll get like a easy button because I have a macro controller. I could just hit it. Then I don't have to do it. It hurts my voice sometimes when I do it.
That's so crazy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I had to put that up there.
No, I can't even share anything. I'm trying not to jinx it, but if something big does happen, I will let you guys know then, because you guys will have to tune in and check this out.
Are you creating FOMO?
I am creating FOMO, because I just need some good luck, okay, guys? I need some good vibes over here for something very important tomorrow.
It's a good opportunity for Brandy. That's all we can say right now.
Yeah.
It's
let's
a job interview with Retro Rick.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna work there totally. No, but we'll see. I'm excited. I'll have to keep you guys updated. It could be something really big. It could.
It's huge.
Yeah. We'll
huge.
have to see how this
it's
goes.
bigly. It's bigly.
Yeah. We gotta see. So that's what I got going.
So do you have any YouTube videos coming out?
Yeah, I have some reviews I'm working on. Just, gotta test, fine tune some things, make sure it's all good before I tell you guys. So I do have a few things coming out, and then, always something. So we shall see.
Yep, and I gave you guys a teaser earlier. My goal is to either get it recorded tomorrow or Saturday, because I'm going out game hunting on Saturday, but I really want to get it done tomorrow. And like I said, I'm giving you the teaser again. With the AES Plus coming out November 12th, we're just under 100 days according to NeoNess. I was like, that's great and all, but I'd really like to have an original Neo Geo AES, original hardware that's capped, and possibly go and get a Unibias put in from Stone Age Gamer. So I'm going to leave you with that. That adventure, that video is supposed to be put together and come out hopefully this weekend, if not early next week, but it will be out because it has to. I have to get it done. I have to get it done.
I'll be waiting. I'm not holding my breath over here, but I'll be waiting.
It's been out of my reach, but no, I have to get it done. I finally got into the schedule, and the viewers seem to be okay with it. Is like I want to make sure when I put a video out, I don't want to just consistently like. Every week I got to put it out at the same time. I like to be able to drop it if it's every 2 weeks and it's every 2 weeks, or I want it to be meaningful because I feel like the videos come out better and my personality can shine in it a little bit better. And I don't know. Yeah. That's just me for right now. That's the season I'm in right now. Not saying anybody else has to do it.
No, it works. If it works for you.
Oh, Donnie the Trump is in the chat room. He says, the Tech Buds gaming collection is bigly. Bigly.
Who are these people?
I don't know, but it's kind of funny. Anyways, guys, we really appreciate you tuning in. We had a great time. We hope you did as well. We are going to roll off into the sunset as we do every other week. We'll be back on Wednesday of next week. Same time, same channels at 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Till next time. Keep it buzzing. We'll see you.
Just keep going. Why did he have to stop?
He was like, I'm going to wait for you to start talking.
Are you done now? Or are you going to start talking again? Okay.
So many choices here. I can just go through my bathtub full of cardboard standees. What am I going to put out next? You're not supposed to be in here. No. There's nothing behind this curtain. There's nothing in my bathtub.
Occupied. I said it's occupied. What are you guys doing? I gotta go. You gotta go. The show's over. Go. I gotta go. Hey, Brandy, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Steve from the Tech Buzz Gaming. Hey, look at me. I know tech stuff. I press buttons. Do. I got 3D printers. I think I'm good at games, but I'm just old. Look, you just press the little buttons. I don't know what I'm doing. Hello. Look at this one. That's crazy. It's a joystick. Let me just pretend like I'm good at games over here. And let me check on my 3D prints, because we got to see my 3D prints over there. It's crazy. Steve from the Tech Buzz Gaming.
What are you doing?
I'm Steve from the Tech Buzz Gaming.
Looks like... Is that why my bathroom light was going out? Don't press that! You don't know what that does!
Where's the red button that you're not supposed to
press? This is why you can't leave her alone.
Check on those 3D prints.